Hello! Back in Greece. The first part is up there if you haven't seen it. So, we woke up the next day and finally could see our new surroundings. The area was dry, but it did give off that warm climate country vibes. We could see the tiniest bit of the sea from our balcony. The backyard of our hotel had a pool. Very nasty and mostly empty, with a chair inside. The place generally looked abandoned, or like a bomb dropped nearby. Our boss explained how things will work for the next couple of days, because they still haven't done all the paperwork about our stay there. They called it the guest experience. To make it easier, I will call the hotel we were staying at the base, and the hotel we were working at simply work. So he said we could use the work hotel like we were guests for the time being. And by that he mainly meant you can eat in the big room with everyone else. Pools were excluded, rooms were excluded, obviously, and there wasn't much more to do there. Gigi, JJ and I used that first week to get familiar with our temporary new life. We were going to the beach near work hotel. There were girls running around. We checked out nearby stores, food places, memorized the route from our base to work and back. There was a car driving from point A to point B at set hours, almost like a bus. It was our mean of transport, so we wouldn't have to walk all the time. Later we found out that there were a lot more people using it and we had to get creative to all fit inside. First week gone and the guest experience was over. Time to work. We got special outfits to wear. A nice lady showed us around the work hotel and the staff-only rooms, taught us how to clean tables, all that basic stuff. She then told us that the restaurant is divided into 7 different areas that basically only waiters know. There weren't any numbers on the tables, so we had to memorize which one was table number 13 in area 3 inside, and which one was table number 27 in area 1 outside. I don't think I ever fully learned that. Each area had the head waiter, like a mini boss. They would take orders for drinks from guests and delegate getting them to us. Little basic waiters. We usually worked in pairs, so there always was an experienced waiter with us to help us out. Gigi and JJ worked as waitresses before, so they could work with trays no problem. Me? They tried to teach me how to hold a tray with my left hand, but I just couldn't do it. I had to carry it with my right hand and use my left hand to serve drinks and collect dirty glasses. I'm right-handed, so I really don't know how was that any easier for me. But when collecting plates and bowls, I was using my right arm to stack them on my left arm. I really don't know why. Our first shift lasted 4 hours. It was the morning shift, 8 AM to 12 PM. We also had evening shifts, another 4 hours from 6 PM to 10 PM. And that gave us a window of about 6 hours during the day. At first we were using those 3 hours to continue going to the beach, but I got tired of it super fast and stopped going with the girls. On the evening shift, the main manager told me that my evening shifts are in a different restaurant. That terrified me. He quickly explained to me how to get there from the main building and showed me the door. On my way there, 3 steps later, I stopped to study the map of the work hotel grounds. I did my best to navigate to my destination and somehow got there. It was an Italian food restaurant. It looked very prestigious compared to the basic main one. Turns out it was. Guests had to make reservations the day before to eat there. They had a separate menu, different rules of service, different everything. And I was a waitress for whole 4 hours in my entire life. When I got there, I stumbled into the staff room by accident, honestly. I found Angel Boy there and was instantly relieved. A familiar face is always good, you know. So he showed me around and introduced the head waitress of the Italiano Ristorante. I am going to call her big sister. She was, in fact, older than me. Not much, but still. There also was another girl. She was mainly serving dishes and running around with a huge tray, carrying it on her shoulder, and an older woman serving drinks. They welcomed me very warmly, slowly teaching me what my role in this restaurant was going to be. Basically, I had to wait for Big Sis to guide guests to their table, go over to them, welcome them, put a thing of meats on the table and explain what's what, pour water to their glasses while explaining that they have to pick 3 meals, where to find the menu, then get their orders for drinks and bring them. Of course, I had to be there in case any guests had any requests and then clean the table after they left. I'm pretty sure I spilled the first wine I brought to the table on the guest and myself. It was white wine, thankfully. I was apologizing profusely. The lady was very nice about it though. The other waitresses cleaned up faster than I could snap out of the shock after such embarrassment. Later they told me that it's no big deal and it will happen again, probably. They just give the victim a bottle of wine as a sorry and it's all good. My spirits were low anyway and I lost the very tiny bit of confidence I had. Angel Boy filled the tray with 6 heavy drinks and told me to go bring them to a table. I refused, of course. I could barely hold a tray like that with one hand, and I knew I was going to screw up again. He took me outside, behind the restaurant, to talk and calm me down. Why? Why me? I have no training as a waitress. And this is a prestigious restaurant, what am I doing here? He said that they decided I was going to work there long before we came to Greece. Probably because my English is better than Gigi's or JJ's and we have to communicate with guests somehow. He also offered to bring the drinks with me and help me if I needed. I agreed. So I grew a pair, grabbed the tray, and slowly but surely made my way to the table, with Angel Boy behind me. The table was close, thankfully. The guest must have seen how much I was struggling to serve the drinks, because one man stood up and offered to help me by taking the drinks and passing them around the table. My hero. I thanked them and quickly retreated. July passed pretty much like that, working every day with exception of 1 day per week. The heavenly day off. I broke some plates, spilled some drinks. You know, the usual. Everyone was super understanding, helpful and supportive. And I was on the verge of tears multiple times because of their kindness. Eventually, I got a hold of things and was less of a failure. I still couldn't remember table numbers and was constantly forgetting orders, but I was getting better at walking with a tray at least. Despite all that, I wasn't feeling great. I don't like hot weather and not being able to create anything for a full month was taking a mental and emotional toll on me. It was a crazy and tiring first month of being a waitress in a foreign country. Next time I'll focus more on my free time and exploring Rhodos. Workdays looked the same anyway, so I don't see the reason to talk about them more. Apart from some special events, let's say. Thank you for watching, have a cupcake for staying till the end. See you, bye! I hope you can't hear my dog barking because it's going to be a pain to edit out later.